Did you know that every 39 seconds, someone, somewhere in the world, gets hacked? But here's the twist. It is no longer just about stealing your passwords or bank details. By 2025, the entire battleground of cybersecurity is going to look radically different. AI isn't just defending our systems anymore, it's also attacking them. Supply chains, smart devices, even the satellites orbiting our planet are now considered fair game. So, what does cybersecurity actually look like in this new age of intelligent threats? And, more importantly, how do we defend ourselves? Let's start with something called the attack surface. In simple terms, that's everything a hacker can possibly target. Not too long ago, that meant your laptop, your phone, or maybe your company's server. But today, think about every single connected thing in your life, your smartwatch, your car, even your smart fridge, and the office printer. Now, multiply that by the billions of connected devices worldwide. Analysts predict that the number of IoT devices will surpass 30 billion by 2025. Each one of those is a potential doorway for a cyber attack. And as our homes, factories, and cities get smarter, our digital exposure multiplies exponentially. It's a massive, sprawling network of vulnerabilities just waiting to be explored. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, artificial intelligence. AI is completely revolutionizing cybersecurity, but it's a double-edged sword. It's both a powerful weapon and our best defense. On the dark side, cybercriminals are already using AI in some seriously clever ways. They're writing smarter phishing emails that adapt in real time to trick you. They're creating AI that can bypass those annoying CAPTCHA tests you have to fill out. They can even generate deepfake voices to impersonate executives and authorize fraudulent transactions. There is even malware out there that learns it literally retrains itself on the fly to evade your antivirus software. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. But here's the good news. On the flip side, cybersecurity experts are fighting fire with fire, using AI-powered defenses. Tools like Darktrace or CrowdStrike can use machine learning to identify unusual patterns in network traffic. They can spot a threat and neutralize it before a human even notices something is wrong. What we're witnessing is the rise of AI versus AI warfare, where two intelligent systems are battling it out invisibly, in milliseconds, for control of our digital world. Do you remember the SolarWinds hack from a few years ago? That was a massive wake-up call for the entire industry. Back in 2020, the attackers didn't go after the final targets directly. Instead, they infiltrated the software supply chain. By compromising a trusted software update from a legitimate company, they gained backdoor access to thousands of organizations, including high-level government agencies. That sneaky tactic has become a popular new template for attacks. In 2025, it's not enough to just secure your own company. You have to secure everyone you depend on, too. Your vendors, your cloud providers, and even the open-source code libraries your developers use can all be exploited as Trojan horses to get inside your network. Because of this, we're seeing a huge shift towards what's called a zero-trust architecture. It sounds a bit paranoid, but the core idea is simple: no user, device, or piece of software is trusted by default, even if it's already inside your network. Everything and everyone has to constantly prove they are who they say they are. It's a fundamental change in how we think about security. Then there's the silent countdown happening in the background, the rise of quantum computing. Quantum computers aren't mainstream just yet, but they're getting close enough to really scare security professionals. Why? Because a powerful quantum machine could theoretically break the encryption we use today in a matter of hours. That's the same encryption that protects your bank account, government secrets, and all your personal data. It's a huge potential threat, which is why organizations like NIST in the US are already working to standardize what's called post-quantum cryptography. These are new encryption methods designed specifically to resist attacks from quantum computers. Forward-thinking companies are already starting to experiment with hybrid encryption models, combining classical and post-quantum methods to stay one step ahead of the curve. It's a race against time, and the clock is ticking. So, let's break down what experts predict will define the cybersecurity landscape in the next couple of years. First, AI-powered phishing and social engineering are going to get incredibly sophisticated. Deepfake videos and cloned voices will make it nearly impossible to tell what's real and what's fake. Imagine getting a video call from your boss asking for a wire transfer, but it's not actually your boss. Second, ransomware as a service is evolving. Cybercriminals are now franchising their ransomware operations, making it disturbingly easy and scalable for anyone to launch an attack. You don't need to be a coding genius anymore. You can just buy the tools and support you need on the dark web. Third, cloud exploits will continue to be a major problem. As more businesses move their entire infrastructure to the cloud, simple misconfigurations will remain one of the easiest ways for attackers to get in. A single unchecked box in your cloud settings could leave the door wide open. Fourth, attacks on critical infrastructure are a growing concern. Energy grids, hospitals, and water systems are top targets, not just for rogue hackers, but for state-sponsored groups looking to cause widespread disruption. And finally, a really insidious threat called data poisoning. This is where attackers subtly corrupt the data that AI systems are trained on. Over time, this can cause the AI to behave unpredictably or make disastrously wrong decisions, all without anyone realizing the data was tampered with. But no matter how advanced our technology gets, one thing hasn't changed: humans are still the most exploitable vulnerability. Over 80% of data breaches still involve some form of human error. Maybe it's someone clicking a malicious link, using a weak password across multiple sites, or trusting a fake voice on a phone call. That's why building a strong cybersecurity culture is just as critical as having the best security tech. Training employees to think like defenders, to question everything, to be skeptical, to verify might just be our most effective line of defense against the threats of tomorrow. So, how do we stay ahead in this new, hyper-connected world? It's not about being perfect, it's about being resilient. Here are a few practical steps that everyone, from engineers to organizations to everyday users, can take. First, adopt zero-trust principles. Verify everything, trust nothing by default. Second, invest in AI-driven monitoring tools. Let automation handle the heavy lifting of detecting anomalies at scale, 24/7. Third, encrypt everything, always. Especially your backups. And make sure you keep multiple copies, including one that's completely offline. Fourth, start planning for a post-quantum world. Begin experimenting with new encryption standards now, so you're not caught off guard later. And finally, always keep humans in the loop. Technology can detect threats, but ultimately, humans must make the critical decisions. Cybersecurity is no longer just an IT problem. It's a business issue, a national security issue, and even a personal survival issue. The internet used to be a playground. Then it became a marketplace. Now, it's a battlefield. In 2025, cybersecurity won't be about building impenetrable walls. It'll be about resilience, the ability to anticipate, adapt, and recover faster than attackers can evolve. The future isn't just about stronger encryption or smarter firewalls. It's about creating systems and people that can think, learn, and defend together. Because in this digital age, survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the most adaptable. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. In our next episode, we'll be diving into the world of agentic AI and exploring how intelligent systems are beginning to act on their own goals, not just our prompts. Stay curious and stay secure. Thanks for watching.